vote has been tinkering with the two-hole hitter all season long. As you look at live pictures of Progressive Field tonight, it's the Angels and the Guardians inside Progressive Field. You can watch it right here on Channel 3 if you can't get out to the ballpark. I have been steadfast that Jose Ramirez is not a two-hole hitter. If you put him on the Yankees or maybe the Dodgers, where you've got a plethora of bats at the back end, go ahead. But this is the Guardians, and their payroll is 25 cents on the dollar for those teams. Jose's got to be in the three-hole for this team. Bo Naylor was in the three-hole for the Dodgers series as they continue trying to find the ultimate guy. You can see his numbers, 0 for 8 with 5 strikeouts, and a lot of those were just horrific at-bats. There were 2 instances where he came up in pivotal situations on Wednesday, and I just thought, my goodness, I don't know. Well, I guess the inning's over. Who is the two-hole hitter?
That was funny.
Well, the answer is they don't have one.
They ain't got nobody.
That's the answer.
But you've got to put
if you have to pick from these guys, I mean, Bull's been trying to cut Carlos Santana for the last 3 weeks, but he's got one of the highest on-base percentages on the team.
And he sees a lot of pitches.
He sees a lot of pitches. I do think that would be – I mean, there was a time he was leading off when he was here previously because of his on-base
2016.
Prowess. Yeah. And the other name that no one really ever talks about very often, he's having a great year quietly for his standards, is Daniel Schneemann.
I know. He's another guy put there.
Against righties, which is predominantly what you see. As a left-handed batter, he's got a great OPS. Again, we're comparing this against everybody else you have to pick from. On-base percentage is among the leaders. Those would be the 2 guys, I guess, that you would try next. And I know Carlos has sort of been protection for Jose in the middle of the lineup. There is no great answer right now. Obviously.
You don't like Angel Martinez?
That's what I was going to say. I throw Martinez in there.
I mean, sure, he's another one that you can try. And they have.
Yeah.
I think it's worth giving Schneemann a shot against right-handers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough one. The Guardians, they lack a lot of power, but you're starting to see that even if they don't have power, they don't have guys to fill in and round out the other parts of the order.
No, you can't string hits together and make rallies because there's too many holes in the lineup.
It's just like you get to these rough dead patches where it's, if you get a guy on base and it's one on, or 1 or 2 guys on, it's not going to be, they're not going to knock those guys in. It's almost to a point where you're counting automatic outs, especially when you get past 5. I mean, look, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the order, you got too many holes and patches where you're asking guys to come up and make clutch hits, and you just know that's not in the game plan for him. You got Manzardo, who started off, was hitting the ball well. You'll take a certain amount of strikeouts to the lower batting average if you can hit home runs, but he's hit a patch where he's not driving the ball and hitting the ball out of the park, so that's a little tough as well. So it's tough when you got 2 guys that is in your order, like we talked about before, in Quan and Ramirez, and the rest of the guys are question marks.
I'll give you my top 7. And Jose's not in it. Lane Thomas.
Yeah.
David Fry when he comes back. I would put Carlos there before I would put Jose. I would mention the guys that we mentioned, Schneemann, Martinez. To me, the argument, and I know what they're doing, they're looking at what the Yankees do with Aaron Judge and what the Dodgers do with Shohei Ohtani. There is a massive, massive difference here. They've got 3, 4, 5, 6 other guys in the lineup that pitchers will work around.
Yeah.
The Guardians don't. You can't put your only lethal hitter outside of Quan, which, the power still isn't there for him, but he's a contact guy, and he's in the right spot. You want him leading off. But of all the other options, to me, the worst is Jose because you need him later in the lineup where he can do damage. And at the 2-hole, who are the 3 hitters hitting before you? That's what when I'm in the lineup, I always want to look and see, okay, who are the 3 guys hitting before me? That's my RBI opportunity. If the guys hitting before him are 8, 9, and 1, I'm sorry, that negates this stupid argument that he might get 30 more at-bats over the course of a year. What? Yeah. 30 more at-bats over the course of the year, and you're gonna waste your best hitter in the 2-hole. That just, to me, that's where analytics goes way off the rails for me. I don't need the. And by the way, Hosey's been in the 2-hole this year. He's been in the 3-hole a lot this year. Where has he been when he's doing his most damage? The 3-hole. He's got a 21-game hitting streak. He's comfortable there. Don't take a guy, your most important guy, and put him in a situation that is outside his comfort level. I got to tell you, for an organization that gets almost everything right except for the spending part, everything else they seem to get right, it's stunning to me how what they're doing with this one.